Hey, it's vacation time again, and you and your family may want to do some gaming while you're gallivanting around. So I'm going to show you how to pack for that. Hi, folks. Old Man Grognard here, and it's about vacation time around here, and I wanted to show you how to pack for gaming on a vacation. Now, I've done, how to pack for conventions, but recently when I went to North Texas RPG Con, I found myself actually packing too much. I had 6 boxes of stuff, and I hadn't even packed my clothes yet. So, but conventions, you don't. It's a different animal. You got to be a little prepared for it. In fact, this would work if you're going to a convention and say an airplane, where it's limited, luggage and things like that. But anyway, what you have to do if you want to game while you're out, doing your vacation thing, is what I do is I like to pack one box or one bag or one container, not a great big old plastic tub like I usually do at conventions, but just one thing. This is the one thing I like to use. This is a case that I got from my wife, and it holds I wish it held my laptop, but it's a little too big. But it has a lot of space in it, like so. You've got space on the top picture here. You got space on the inside, plenty of space. Plus, it has a pullout on the front, which is really nice. So this is what I use for vacation gaming. And so I try and reduce it to fit in that one container. Keep thinking of one container. When I'm going out with, usually I do this when we're vacationing with like my grandkids or things like that. My wife has no interest in gaming at all, so I don't worry about it. I may bring a couple of game books for me to read. That's about it. But with the boys, I tell them to pick 2 role-playing games, just 2 that they would like to play. So in case you go, Grandpa, I'm tired of playing D&D. Can we play something else? Okay, fine. I've got X game. No problem. So they pick the 2 games, or I pick the 2 games. I'm traveling with other buddies. And I look at the games, and I figure out what's the minimum I can take and still have a good time. Because if you're talking D&D, whatever edition it is, you can take, if you're going to take every single supplement and source book known to man, you're defeating the purpose. You're gonna have more game than clothes or anything. You don't want to do that with your family. So I picked 2 games, and I figured that what the minimum I can take is. For instance, I'm doing Mutant Future right now. Say they chose Mutant Future. I would take the main source book, 1 copy. I have 2. And I would take whatever, GM book I have at the time, and the map. And that would be it. If it's some other game like, say, we want to play Champions. Good luck, kid. Champions, I run 4th edition, so I take the big blue book. And that's about it. Also, what else do we have? Yeah, like I said, just enough to play the game. If I'm playing basic D&D, say Roll Encyclopedia, I'll take that and the creature catalog. Boom, I'm done. 1st edition, the 3 books will get you by. And like I said, any other books like this is my GM book. I always take my GM book with me because it's got stuff that I've written on the world and adventures and things like that. This is the Mutant Future book I use. And what else? Minis. Okay, I don't take minis. Now, I don't take this case either. This is my case of tokens that you've seen in another video. See? And if you've had your own tokens you've made, I have a lot of them I made out of washers. If you have the 4th edition Monster Vault, really good resource for any edition, has monsters and everything. Try and figure out how many you're going to need, how many you're going to use. Also, I like to take these. This is a bigger one, but they come in smaller, different sizes. This is from the Monster Vault, and it says Monster on it, and notice it's numbered. These are really handy if you don't know what you're going to be running. And Okay, they're not going to the lair of the lizard men. They're going off to fight these goblins. Fine. Okay, I'll just take a whole bunch of these and the small ones. These are the smaller ones. You know, they're number 2. And you use them, and they just say monster on them. And when the monster's dead, you flip it over, and it's monster with some blood, so it tells you dead. Those are really handy. In fact, I could just take those, and that would work for my purposes. Um, Tokens, fine. Okay, we've talked about tokens, so let's get to maps. If you can take a battle mat, great, no problem. Also, if you can't take a battle mat, once again, I'm going to tout Noteboard. This is my Noteboard. I've talked about this before. I talked this in a previous show, and this is what it looks like in actuality. There it is. One side is blank, and one side has both hexes and grid on there. So it's very, very versatile. And if you notice, it's long and skinny. But this will get you by. When I was at North Texas in Tim Snyder's Ghostbusters game, this is all he used. And I like to toss this in whatever bag I have, you know, just in case. Whatever bag I have, so I'll always have a mat with me. Also, if you like the flip mats that Pazio puts out, the Game Mastery or Pathfinder type mats, those are good if you have a couple of generic ones, say like a generic forest or a generic desert or something like that, or whatever you want. Let's see, what else we got? Yeah, Noteboard, the flip mats. Oh, also these. These are handy too. These are Dungeons and Dice cards. These are made by McNab Games. If you can grab a set, it'd be great. It's a set of 52 cards. They cost about $9.99. And what they are is they're very versatile. First of all, you can actually play poker or something with them because they have, the flip side has the, you know, the suit and the number on it. But it's also got these. These are all the dice that you use in, say, D&D. And they're randomized on the cards. If you don't have dice with you, you could use these. Also, you could make a dungeon with them. Look at this. You got that. You've got another one like here, and so on and so forth. They're just filled with handy-dandy stuff. These are things you take when you don't have stuff, or just as backup. I like them as backup. I can sit there, and if they want to go dungeon crawling, I can. Okay, give me about 15 minutes. You know, pull out 10 cards. Boom, 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 boom. There's a dungeon. Let's go. And that's by McNab Games, and that's Dungeon and Dice. They also have other cool stuff on that site, McNab Games. I'll give you the stuff down there. Also, I like to take these. These are from Black Blade Publishing. They're notepads with a grid on them. Very, very handy. I write monsters on here. I plan little dungeons or something like that on here. I bought like 3 or 4 of them at the con. Once again, that's Black Blade Publishing. And you know what? Character sheets. After they pick the 2 games, run whatever character sheets off, say about 10 each. And I do this anyway. I keep on my person at all times a thumb drive. This happens to be a 32 gig thumb drive. If you need things like character sheets or even like, you know, beforehand, I'm always stealing maps off the internet from places. And if you can, like, you know, load the maps on there and stuff, and you can find a place where you can print these out, no problem. Say you're staying in a hotel that has an office, you know, an office area, and they give you free copies, do it. That's what I do at the conventions. That's how I run off character sheets. But I take character sheets with me just in case. Okay, dice. What are we going to do? Once again, just enough dice. I'm not going to take my big old dice bag. I'm going to leave that here, okay? I'll take my little bag, which has, these have carnelian dice on it, so these are special. These are DM's dice. And get a small container, something like this. I got this from Becky, my wife. She was throwing out a bunch of Tupperware-ish things that she didn't want, and she said if I wanted them, I said, sure, I can always get, but I've got enough dice in here to, you know, do a game for me. And, knowing the kids, they'll forget their dice. Right there. Because they each have their own dice bags with dice. What else? Oh, extras. A pack of cards. You know, these will cover for a pack of cards, things like that. In case you're playing, or chips, in case you're playing something, just a few chips, in case you're playing something like Savage Worlds, where you need a deck of cards and like Benny chips. Benny chips, you could be anything. It could be the tokens I bring. It could be, you know, dice, whatever. Pencils, pens, you know, the usual 9 yards, and all that can be packed into one of these. And that's all I need to take for gaming. That's it. That'll be a gaming bag. Oh, one more thing. I like making these. These are little booklets I make. I got the grid off of Incompetech.com. You can make any kinds of grids. I made a square grid with the horizontal line a little bolder, so I can actually write in it like notepad, like you know, notebook paper. But I can also draw on it. See, I made these are the ones. These are what they look like. These are the size they are, and they're about 12 pages. That's all you need. You can write an adventure in this. You can bring this, but I found out that it's real easy to write an adventure on these too. To make these, you know, I did booklet style. I stapled them, and they are very, very, very handy for writing adventures and other things, and things like that. So, Incompetech.com or any other place where you can download a grid. And I made a PDF of these, and I just go to town and make these. I got about 3 or 4 of them. Always carry them with me. So that's it. That's all I got. I hope you have some great gaming over the whatever vacation you're going on to. And like I said, this can also double as like if you're going to a con and you have to fly, because we all know the weight and, you know, size limitations on that. So that's all I got right now. And so, you know, game on, and I will see you later. Bye.